How you doing, Anthony?
Very good. A little
you
sleepy.
I was going to say, have you recovered from yesterday?
A little sleepy. It was weird drinking that early because I pretty much nursed a Bloody Mary the whole morning, you know. It's a pretty big one, pretty strong, but still, you know, nursing. I didn't want to get hammered at 9 in the morning like some of our listeners were for St. Patty's Day. We were at the Hard Rock doing it up yesterday.
Oh, my God. I never expected that many people, excuse me, that many people to show up for our first broadcast.
Yeah, it was very cool.
Our first live broadcast. And Anthony and I were sitting in the studio here preparing for today's show, and we went to each other. Didn't we make a rule years ago that we would never do another live broadcast in front of our fans like that?
Yeah, we figured we'd separate. We were either going to do a live show somewhere or we're going to do a broadcast somewhere, but not the two.
Yeah.
We didn't like actually going, having a live crowd, and doing a broadcast at the same time, so we rarely ever did it.
And I go, why did we do that yesterday? And he goes, well, I think we just forgot.
I think over the time that's gone by, we forgot. Because usually it's a complete disaster. It's very difficult to entertain a bar full of animals and do a radio show at the same time to entertain the people that are listening. The people in the bar completely forget that you're on the air and you have a lot of people to entertain besides them that are just in the bar. They get very self-centered and selfish, Opie. They want to have us all to themselves.
To put it in perspective, the crowd that was there yesterday represents less than 1% of the total audience listening to the program. Way less than 1%.
Way less. It's a fraction of 1%.
But to them, you know, because they're there, they think it's all about them. And,
it's all about them.
And you know what? It was all about them, and they gave us great radio. So,
So if we sit there and we're actually doing a break that doesn't involve the live audience, they start getting a little restless and rambunctious. Yeah. And in the past, that's been a complete disaster.
There was one point, there was a lull in the action early on in the broadcast, and I'm sitting up there going, uh-oh.
Oh, no.
And this was before the bar opened and all that. I'm thinking, this has a recipe for disaster.
I knew we were fine once the bar opened.
And then all of a sudden, we turned the corner, and we never looked back, and the gang in Washington, they called all night long saying it was the best show we've done for XM Satellite Radio.
That was a fun one. I mean, it was one of those where everybody there had a good time, and the people that were listening at home enjoyed what they heard and actually wished they were down there.
Yeah. And I guess we'll be doing more live broadcasts. I mean, we hit the road to do stupid things. What? Oh, I know. All right, thanks, Ben.
This just in, Ben.
I know, wow.
Kind of important memo.
Thank you, Ben.
It was actually timely.
What?
It was timely. You said we were going to do more live broadcasts.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna hit this in a second. Thank you, Ben.
Yeah, we'll do more until we really screw it up.
Well, yeah, the point I was going to make, I guess it was such a success yesterday, I guess we have to go back to doing the live radio show in front of fans. I mean, we hit the road to do stuff like Mardi Gras wasn't really our crowd. We're just kind of looking from a balcony at the debauchery, you know?
Yep.
When we went to Vegas, there weren't really a lot of fans around. When we went to Los Angeles, not a lot of fans around.
Yeah.
This was the first live broadcast that we did in front of our fans in years.
It was, you know what it was? They were closed events that we have done these live broadcasts at. You know, you go to the electronics show, those are, you know, electronic geeks. You can't just come off the street and walk into that place.
Yeah.
Same thing with the poker thing. You can't just walk in to the poker thing.
Although some did.
Yeah, some did.
Some of you lunatics could figure anything out. So.
Yeah. But this one was, for the most part, you know, hey, listeners, come on down. We're doing a live broadcast. And boy, man, what a crowd we had.
I had so much fun. Usually I stress out big time in those situations, but I had a lot of fun. And it was great to meet a lot of people. And, you know, we saw some old faces, some new faces. Message board people that show up that they introduce themselves as their message board name. Mm-hmm. They don't even give their regular names. And I was meeting some of the guys from the message board going, wow, you're that guy? You're that guy. I'm like, you're famous. I've been reading your posts for years. Great stuff. So it was a little give and take yesterday, and now they're already discussing on the message boards. I think the next live event, we need to wear T-shirts with our names on them. Oh, is that it? Yeah, I think that's the big thing. They're going to come up with some kind of message board T-shirt, and then each one will have the name on the back. I guess like a jersey or something, you know? Why don't you just like all of a sudden it'll say P Niggity on the back of a shirt. I don't know. That's a little much. Cigars and scotch. I think the names on the shirt a little much. I think you could just walk up to each other and figure it out. If you're wearing name tags, Yeah,
it's
but
closer and closer to being a Star Trek convention.
You know what? I think they're going to do it, though, because the complaint they had was, there's so many people there, and you don't really know which ones are from the message board.
Oh, I was reading some of those posts where it was like, you were there? I didn't even know you were there.
Right.
Like, if they knew, they would have hung out with them, spoken with them, but a lot of these people didn't even hook up.
I think they're going to take it to the next level.
Yeah.
Shirts or some kind of thing that they could, know others are there.
I was hanging out at the bar for a little while after the event was over, and that was interesting also. You had, Master Poe was there, working security, and some guy comes in, and, we had, that little circle. We were hanging out at the bar, but there was, a circle of people, and we were exchanging ideas and conversation across the circle.
You were just exchanging shots. Who are you kidding?
I was having...
You were exchanging ideas
JD,
at the bar.
Little Jack and Ginger and, hanging out, exchanging little ideas and talking. But you have that circle set up. And some guy with a big, backpack thing comes up and just walks in the middle of the circle. And we start, hey, what? Walking right in the middle. So Poe quickly removed him from the situation. It was quite nice to see. Like that stuff.
You like that?
Although the best removal of the day had to be Kenny. Kenny removed some guy that, kept going. There was an area in the Hard Rock. It's a small hallway kind of off the main floor. And when the show is over, that's kind of where we go to get out of the way while they set up for the signing that we do.
Yeah.
So we're hanging out back there, and no one's allowed back there. It's kind of, not that we're so important, but it's kind of an area of the Hard Rock that the public isn't allowed in.
And it gives us a chance to breathe.
Yeah, while they set up the area.
Because you really don't have a moment to yourself in those situations. So you need to kind of go somewhere where you can think things over and figure out what you're going to do next and things like that. So
kind of assess the show with each other and stuff like that.
You know, do our drugs, bang our whores.
Yeah, sure. Exactly.
Living that rock and roll lifestyle.
Oh. And this guy came back, and apparently Kenny had some problems with him before trying to get back into that area. So he comes back, and he's talking to me. He's got, the drink in his hand, and he's talking to me, and I'm just kind of, smiling and chatting with him and stuff. Kenny comes up behind him, grabs him by the back of his neck.
With one hand.
With one hand, and the guy was a rag doll at that point. Kenny's just taking him, and you can see his feet kind of brushing the floor a little bit. But Kenny just manhandled him out of that area. It was great to watch.
It was great to watch.
It really was. Kenny is just amazing when it comes to removing people.
It's always great to watch, as long as it's not you,
Of course.
If it's you, it sucks.
Oh, that sucks.
While you guys were in the back there, I was standing by the stage, watching bring the guy from the hallway.
Yeah.
Kenny's still holding the guy with one hand, removes the velvet rope, puts him back there, puts the rope down, and goes, "Please do not cross the line," and then walks back to you guys.
Were we behind a velvet rope?
Yeah, yes, we were. It's
Ugh.
What am I going to tell you, man? Anyway, Anthony, for the fans, mark your calendar. The next live broadcast will be live at Bill's Bar in Boston on Lansdowne Street. April 11th. We're going to do the show from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. that day because it's opening day. All right, Anthony. Very good. Well, we're getting some audio in here, some highlights from yesterday's broadcast at the Hard Rock Cafe. Once again, I want to thank everyone for showing up and supporting the show. It was awesome.
Yeah.
You guys really surprised us. I didn't expect that many people for our first live broadcast in front of the fans.
Thank you.
It looks like this XM thing is really starting to work as we, put our radio careers back together.
Only going to get bigger, too, once we're off that premium. Once we're open to the general public.
All right. Well, we have the Pat from Manaki audio. The guy's becoming a rock star. Simple as that.
Oh, please.
Simple as that. He really is. I mean, people really, really enjoyed seeing Pat from Manaki yesterday.
He is a star, isn't he?
He did a lot of really good stuff for the show yesterday, and was Pat making out with the girl, the showstopper yesterday, or the guy taking a leak in his pants?
I think the guy leaking in his pants was pretty big.
Yeah.
The Pat thing, though, I think they're right up there, both of them. Two really strong moments for the show yesterday.
And you know what? Our reputation is really screwing up these live broadcasts.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of people that work around us that are very panicky.
Ooh,
very panicky.
A lot of panic going on.
We were trying to give away MiFis yesterday, and these people were coming up with some great ideas.
Yeah.
And we were open to anything.
Mm-hmm.
And Ben freaking out behind the scenes, absolutely freaking out. He's writing huge notes. Take a break so we can discuss this. Take a break. Take a break.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want the guy to leak in his pants.
No, because there was a problem. I guess the Hard Rock was having a little bit of problem with the idea of some guy urinating in their restaurant.
Look, I love the gang at the Hard Rock Cafe, but here's the deal as we move forward.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to make a lot of money from the O&A fans because they are all alcoholics.
Right.
I mean, they were bragging how much money they made at the bar yesterday.
Drunks.
It was completely ridiculous how much money they made yesterday during our live broadcast. But here's the deal, because we got a lot of establishments listening and stuff. You're going to have to deal with a little debauchery still.
Yeah.
You know, if we had it Ben's way and Jim Norton's way, we'll get into this in a second.
Yeah.
Yesterday would have been a PG show.
It would have been
for everybody.
One of those any radio shows show up and do something, and we gonna, what's the strangest object you brought with you today?
Right.
Go dig into your pocket. That isn't what the show's all about.
No, we understand we have a tendency of blowing ourselves up and stuff, but we got to keep it in perspective here.
You could see the perspective with the fact that even I was against the guy swallowing the knife. Now, Opie, the lunatic that he is, had no problem with a guy shoving a knife down his throat.
I had no problem at all. The guy said he was a sword swallower.
I don't care.
But then when the guy came up with the cane, and then he was the guy that we've had on the show that likes to do surgery on himself,
yeah,
I could tell, all right, this isn't a good idea.
He wanted to put a butter knife down his throat like a sword swallower and then pull it back out. Now, if you've seen butter knives, they're butter knives, but they have serrations on them.
Yeah.
The idea of this guy sticking it down his throat, I all of a sudden have these visions of the future a little bit.
Okay.
Believe me, our careers together has given me this I don't know, it's like this foresight I have, Opie. I'm able to look into the future and see our demise right there in front of us.
Well, the funny thing is, we have been telling everyone that we've been at this 10 years now, you and I. 10 years we started, 10 years ago. But we've only been doing radio together 7.5 of those years.
That's because we spent a little time off because of things just like that.
Right.
So I pictured the guy coming up on stage. I had a clear vision of him shoving the knife down his throat, his eyes kind of looking panicked, him trying to get the knife out, blood splurting out his mouth, him laying on the stage as the EMS guys come over and announce that he is indeed dead on the stage. And then me and you looking at each other going, oh, my God. A guy died doing a stunt on the show, the news picking up on it. I ran through this in a matter of seconds, this whole scenario, and decided, no, I will not let this happen. Well, not this time.
I thought it was a good idea. I looked at the EMTs. They gave a thumbs up.
Of course, they want action, those guys. They're insane.
The problem I had was no one was willing to explore the idea.
Jim
Norton started panicking immediately. Ben started panicking immediately, holding up these signs, take a break so we can discuss this.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, when did Norton become the voice of reason on this show?
The voice of reason is Jimmy Norton.
Do you hear the crap he says every day? He has no problems talking about dead fetuses and girls dumping on his chest and in his mouth possibly, and a little tinkle drinking.
Yeah.
I mean, he has no problem. I didn't like the bit the other day where the guy was banging the chick up the butt and then she gave him oral.
Oh, you didn't like that?
Well, then when it got to the point where the guy's yelling and screaming that he has crap on his fingers,
I'm like, was a little much.
I'm like, oh God, I mean, I know we're gonna go there every once in a while, but to me that's not one of my favorite things to do on this radio show.
Sure.
But Jim just thinks it's like, the greatest thing that's ever been on radio.
Yeah.
And that's the point I want to make. It's weird, on a daily basis, the stuff he enjoys to do and stuff. And he's got his fans, and we like him. Don't read into this.
Yeah.
All I'm trying to say is then we go to this live broadcast, and he's the one that wants to put a stop on everything.
Yeah, well, the knife thing I can understand because...
But he didn't want the guy taking a leak.
Yeah, the guy taking a leak.
And then I don't think he wanted the guy to drink the urine.
Yeah, that's another one that's a little odd because it's a bodily fluid.
Yeah, but I've done my research on this, Anthony. I read a book once. Robert Fulghum, remember him, I think? Or Fulham?
Yeah.
Remember everything you learned in kindergarten or whatever? And then he had a couple other follow-up books, and one of them was a whole clock. One of them was a whole chapter on drinking urine and how safe it is, and actually how good it is for you.
Really?
Don't take my word for it. Don't start drinking your urine. But
you heard it, folks. You heard it here.
But he had a whole chapter. Had a whole chapter.
Yeah.
How there's a lot of minerals and a lot of vitamins.
Sure there is.
That weren't used in
Plenty
your body.
of vitamins.
So you could get it right back in you there for a second dose. So I'm thinking, I did my research on the whole urine thing.
Jimmy just wanted to save it all for himself.
Right. But he was panicking. I'm like, this cannot be the same guy that goes through what he does on a daily basis on the radio show.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking at Anthony, and Anthony and I were on the same level. I'm like, what the hell's going on around us?
Yeah, I saw out of my peripheral vision because I insisted I was not going to look at anybody from the Hard Rock. I was not going to look at Ben. I was not going to look at Steve. I was looking at Opie, and I was looking straight ahead.
Right.
Because, like you said, people were panicking and trying to wave to us to get us not to have the guy pee in his pants.
And we've been doing this a long time. I know we could have gotten away with the guy taking a leak in his pants.
You know why? Because a lot of people had a misconception that he was going to pull it out and, take a whiz on the floor or something. No, it's all self-contained in his pants.
That's where people aren't thinking around us, because what's the beauty in that bit?
That's
the
nothing.
beauty in the bit is a guy, and all of a sudden you're looking at his jeans and you watch it get, dark.
Yeah, you watch it.
That's where the gag is, and that's where it's funny. A guy just taking his junk out and leaking all over the place. What's that?
It's not fun. You see that in the bathroom.
It's a lot funnier if you're just staring at his jeans as it gets darker.
Yeah.
That's all we're going to do.
Mm-hmm. And the whole crowd was. They were staring at the front of his pants, and you could tell. We couldn't see the front of him because he was standing in front of us. But we knew exactly when you saw that urine become visible on the front of his pants because the crowd just lost it.
Yeah, the video is going to be up on FoundryMusic.com, OpieAndAnthony.com later today. And throughout the weekend, there'll be a lot of video going up on all the sites and a lot more pictures going up on all the sites. So, keep checking in on that front. And, and then the Hard Rock didn't want girls flashing.
Yeah, there's something like...
girls are allowed. They are allowed to flash.
Yeah.
They just are.
Relax with the flashing.
Girls are allowed to flash. Yeah. And then they're like, well, but we serve booze, so then, then there's a whole, whatever. Yeah, ordinance against that. No, there's not.
They're not paying to see the boobs. Or it's not like a topless place or something. Don't worry about it.
Thanks to the stupid women's groups out there, they have determined that the breast is actually not a sexual organ, Anthony.
There you go.
And that's why girls are allowed to flash if they feel like it, because a guy could go around a bar topless, so can a girl if she really wants to.
Girl could walk around the streets of New York without a top on.
Exactly. So I knew we could do that. And they're like, no, they're serving booze, so no flashing.
What? Don't worry about it. The cops that were in there, they would have loved to have seen some tits on the stage. Don't worry about the cops. They're not going to bust up the party because some girl's showing her cans.
But the guy whipping out his...
The guy yesterday was Patty.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she did it. Oh, that was before the alcohol was served, so that
drinking.
Was okay? Whatever. All I'm saying is, look, we know how to entertain a crowd, and as we move forward, we got to find these establishments that understand this. Right. We're not trying to break any laws, but just understand what we can and can't do without this immediate panic.
Don't sweat it.
That comes across everyone, including Norton. I'm gonna ask him about that when he calls in.
Called him out on the carpet.
He was freaking out.
He was.
And I'm looking at Anthony like, we can do this, right? And I don't even, and Ant and I don't even have to communicate half the time. No. We just look and we just know, like,
this guy's doing it.
Yeah,
quick.
Right.
Get him up here. Let him wet himself.
Right. I could read Anthony's body language. He could read mine. It was obvious that we could do it, and we did it. So
Ben, now I'm going to take the other side just for a second. Ben losing his mind, I can totally see that. We just have to realize, what we know and just do it. But Ben is probably quite fearful for his job in certain circumstances. And to tell you the truth, having a guy and his job is in our hands, look at our past record, Opie.
Well,
we've put a lot of people out of work.
Well, you know what?
So Ben probably thought maybe we should, be a little safe here.
But we got Eric in the wings.
I'm not talking for us.
We just move
for poor Ben.
We just move everyone up.
Oh, everyone goes up a notch?
Yeah, everyone goes up a notch.
Ooh, you hear that, guys?
We finally hire Nathaniel over Danny, and...
Wow. Everyone clicks up a notch.
Everyone clicks up a notch. That's all.
That'd be nice, right?
We don't care as long as we don't get fired again.
Well, that's always numero uno.
Look out for number one.
Our own asses.
Yeah, but radio companies do try to do that. That's the latest thing they do to try to control Anthony and I, is to put a lot of pressure on the producer of the show.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
a lot of pressure on the producer of the show, basically saying, look, they screw up. It's your ass, not them.
Yeah.
Because it's called the Opie Anthony Show. We got to ride this horse as far as we can. But we'll have no problem getting rid of you.
We'll make you the scapegoat. You'll be the one in the press that's screwed up.
Right.
Just like they did over at Hot 97.
So they beat up Ben to control us.
Yeah.
Knowing they can't control us directly.
And that's why Ben holds up the big sign saying, go to break.
Yeah.
And we're trying to do a live event.
Yeah. We got the knife guy on the phone that wanted to shove the knife down his throat.
Oh, really?
Joe, what's up?
Hello?
Joe, what's up?
Hey, boys.
Hey.
Yeah, it's me. I swallowed the knife when I got home just to make sure I could do it again. And I had no problem.
In the privacy of your own home, that's fine. I just could not stand there and watch this guy do this.
Ben's a douche, by the way.
Why?
Because he is. He's just a fucking panicking douche.
Well, you know what? But we all agreed with Ben's decision on that. I guess you weren't listening to the show. I was all for it until I saw you hobbling on the stage, and then I know your history a little bit from the show.
I got that from lifting something. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but dude, I have a problem with you doing surgery on yourself. To me, that's just tells me that you got something wrong in your brain.
Nah, I'm all right. I take fucking Zoloft. I'm good.
Ah, take Zoloft.
All right, there you go. There, we
got a guy taking mental pills and have him shove a knife down his throat.
Yeah,
but I had no problem doing it yesterday. I'm telling you.
Ben, here's Ben. You're a douche, Ben.
I'm a douche. This guy's a fucking dickhead. Take the cane and smash it over your head.
Yeah, I like to see that, Ben. Next time I see
do it to yourself.
Do that without post stepping in.
Yeah, why are you hobbling around on a cane, by the way?
I have herniated discs at work. I picked up some heavy and I popped a couple discs. No big deal.
Ow, moron! Did you try to operate on that with some mirrors and stuff, like Anthony was saying? No.
No, I only operate on what I could see.
All right. Well.
Yeah. Well, that was one of those things where we thought. I just had a vision that you were going to drop dead on the stage and have blood coming out of your mouth.
It's no big deal. I used to do it all the time. I used to do it with sharp knives. Jesus Christ. Doing it with a butter knife is easier.
Oh, God.
All right, well, we passed
on
that.
Everyone was going to do it with a hanger that you just bend out the hanger.
Yeah.
So straight like a sword. And I would have took that down. That's even easier because that's less rigid.
Yeah, just perforate something down there. Sure, why not?
Every suggestion this guy had was about self-mutilation. It was about hurting himself. It was about jamming his fist all the way down his throat until his wrist disappeared.
You're a weird guy, man. You like hurting yourself.
No, I wanted to put my fist in my mouth. It's not easy to do, and I can do it.
Yeah, you got something weird going on though, Joe. Maybe I don't know. Maybe next week we'll explore that a little bit. We'll get into your psyche a bit. But we're busy today.
Yeah.
All right, Joe.
All right, boys. Have a good show.
Thank you.
Doesn't seem to like Ben very much.
Nah, let's go to CJ in Florida. CJ.
Yo, what's up, boys? Good morning. How are you?
Pretty good. What's up?
Nothing. Listen, I'll just I used to work for New York City agency. We'll leave it at that. And I work with a bunch of Indian guys, and this is a God's honest true story. They used to drink the first urine in a day, and I told them that was the most disgusting thing I had ever seen in my life. They had to get their own little refrigerator to keep it in. And he told me, if you ever see an Indian, I think he was Pakistani, believe it or not, but he told me, if you ever see a Pakistani Indian guy with cancer, call me. And I was like, what do you mean? And he says that the first urine of the day holds like so much nutrients and everything, and they don't get cancer or whatever, but they drink it slowly. They like sip it. It's disgusting.
You gotta sip it to enjoy it. That is really disgusting, my friend.
All right.
Yeah, it's honest to God.
Yeah, this whole chapter in that book talked about all this stuff.
I can hardly hear you guys.
Really?
I don't know if I'm talking over you, but I'm punching out. Take care.
All right, thank you.
We know you could hardly hear us. That's going to be all taken care of when we get back from vacation, Opie. We're going to sit down, take calls, and they're going to go, whoa, guys, quiet down. You're so loud.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Chuck, what's going on? You're in L.A.?
Yeah.
All right, what's up, buddy?
You guys talk about, flashing. Indecent exposure, it means only showing reproductive organs.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you could show boobage.
So a woman can actually walk around naked because her reproductive organs are inside.
No. You
Yeah.
cannot walk around naked.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of pervs out there, but, I've seen...
Yeah, I'm not going to take your word on that. I'm almost positive girls, if they feel like it, could flash in bars all they want without getting arrested.
Yep.
Well, yeah, but it's not indecent exposure if they flash their whole body.
All right. Thanks, Chuck. I've never heard that girls can walk around completely naked because their organs are inside.
Of course not.
Why don't we take a quick break,
hanging
Anthony?
On the outside, too.
We're collecting some of the highlights from yesterday's broadcast in case you missed it. When we come back, we'll finally play Pat from Manaki, Making Out, and also the toe job that he got, which was just overly disgusting. Wait till you see the video of that when Steve gets it up on all the websites, okay?
I want to hear this because I didn't even get to hear the replay yesterday. I was so beat after the show that I just went back to the room, so this will kind of be cool. Play along.
All right, we're back with the Opie and Anthony program, trying to get some energy into this program. I'm just telling Anthony, man, I'm beat today. Usually we bounce back pretty good from a live broadcast, but I don't know. Maybe because we're out of shape for those damn things.
Yeah, that was a little much yesterday. A lot of fun.
In studio, Bill Burr sitting in for Jim Norton today. Jim Norton's gonna be at the Improv in West Palm Beach. Go to eatabullet.com and get all your info, you plug
Probably
whores.
the smell of urine that you had to inhale.
Yeah.
For like 2 hours.
So what do you think?
That really never went away.
The smell of urine?
Yeah, what did I think? Yeah, it was just all kinds of it was bizarre. That was I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
That guy
wetting
himself. Yeah.
I literally I kind of walked around for about 3 hours later, going, okay, I saw some
I love talking.
suck on the place where a toe used to be.
Yeah.
For a fucking radio. It's just like, lady, how many tables do you have to wait? You could just buy one. How much? It was like $80, $90.
Yeah.
That girl can never be kissed again.
No way.
There's just not enough mouthwash.
No, it's funny. Nope. We're building a whole new gang, and Bill Burr is going to be part of the whole new gang and stuff. We've been through this for so many years. To us, Bill, that was all just normal crap.
We're so jaded.
We really are jaded, but to you, to see it through your eyes, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I was really just like...
It's like you're complaining about the urine smell. We're like, well, yeah, it's a little...
Yeah.
It's not the greatest thing, but, it's what we have to deal with,
It's like when the replacement sees his first decapitated Viet Cong, and the rest of the guys are just walking past him, and you kind of look and throw up.
I was definitely the new guy.
Yeah,
you guys had the 3-mile stare, like nothing was bugging you. I was like, that guy's going to piss his pants.
Nothing at this point surprises us. And we've seen a lot worse over the years.
It's horrible to live like this. It really is.
Yeah, and then like every 5 seconds, someone was yelling out like the N-word. It was just really...
Oh, my God, you guys. Yeah, you bring up a good point. What a collection of just racist, awful people.
And I'm Irish, too, so that was like really... It's bad enough they're doing the drunk thing.
Right.
And it's like, all right, once a year we act like idiots. But then that's, hey, tell some Irish jokes. And every one of them was just like... I felt like I was in Boston in like 1970, and they were like, busting them in or something.
It really was a bit much, people. Jesus Christ.
Sea of ignorance.
Yeah, guys are supposed to get up and tell some Irish jokes. It's St. Paddy's Day, and like you said, it's the one day, make fun of the stereotype that Irish like to drink. That's it. Get up there, tell a few
leprechaun
Irish jokes. Little leprechaun jokes. Sure, why not? A few bunch of kids jokes, whatever. But they just started ending with like these awful black jokes, and the people that are telling them would look up at us at the table like with a smile, like we're gonna go, thumbs up, good one.
Let's get this guy on radio.
Good one. And they were just not even the least bit funny, just this hate-filled.
I like when someone else was actually going to tell an actual Irish joke, and right as he got to the punchline, someone would yell that out.
Right.
Yeah, yell out from the crowd.
Yeah, like, why did the chicken cross the road? Right. And you just like...
Yeah.
Why? Just with no fun in it at all.
This is what you should do. Whoever did that, you should take him down to, like, Hot 97. And be like, dude, tell that joke you told.
Yeah.
Tell that one here. Go ahead.
Tell that one here.
Tell it out front with a megaphone.
Exactly.
See how brave you are, right?
I bet you get a lot of laughs.
I was surprised how much the N-word was flying around yesterday.
Jeez.
I don't know. People are thinking, satellite radio. Now we could really tell everyone how we feel.
Oh.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. There were hundreds of people in there yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when you think about it, it was probably at most 10 people in there that were really getting nasty with that.
Yeah.
It was the same guys. Over
that
and over
one guy
yelling
with the cat in the hat, Shamrock.
Yeah, he's a real favorite with the
guy
black
beat on
community.
Himself. He was great though. He was a liberal. He was just.
He was a good one, very accepting.
Exactly.
Is it true that guy took his underwear off and threw it at Steve? Where is Martini?
Are you kidding?
Steve?
No, the guy wouldn't be alive if that happened.
I'm looking.
The guy would not be alive.
I'm looking at the Hard Rock wrap-up, and one of the things on here. Where's Steve, Nathaniel?
He's coming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Nathaniel, he can cover it. He wants some airtime.
No, I saw the guy do it, so.
You did.
Oh, okay. It was.
Was that a snip? Were you being snippy with me?
No, I was saying.
I saw the guy do it. So it was so shut up, Anthony.
No, it was so, and then I got distracted because the mic stand was coming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're getting a little snooty with me.
I have no attitude.
we share a drink at the bar yesterday. All of a sudden, we're
You know what? Now
telling me
Now when Ben gets fired, I think we're gonna have to move Danny up.
Nice,
Danny.
Good.
Nathaniel, talking down to you a little bit, Anthony.
A little bit. I felt like you were.
You pretty much want to say, "Calm down, Anthony. I got this covered. Relax."
So shut up.
Just relax, dude.
Misdirected anger. He's
Yeah,
thinking about his dad or something like
Maybe
that.
something. Yeah, something was there, but
I'm never coming in here again.
All right, so the guy pisses his pants. That was the highlight for me. That was I don't know. There were so many good ones.
Oh, the highlight.
The whore getting yelled at while she's trying to get info out was really funny too.
That was really good. We had a brand new sponsor join us yesterday. Very happy to have them on board, and some lovely lady was trying to tell people about it, and she could not get a word in. The animals in the crowd would not leave her alone. It was just a yelling and a cheering that you only get watching rape on a pinball machine. It's the same type of mob mentality. Yeah, fuck her! That whole anger thing.
She couldn't get anything out. She even said,
No.
"You guys want to hear a sex story?"
Yeah.
No! They just yelled, "No, we want to kill you."
He's like, don't you want to hear about the politicians that get blowjobs?
No! Oh, shit!
And she keeps turning around. Come on, you gotta see the end of the story.
She was turning around to us, pretty much
With her
saying
back
to
fat.
us, "Oh God, that fat that was drooping."
There were so many little lines. I don't even know if a lot of them got through because there were so many mics on in the crowd. But I don't know. I told Bill, I go, she needs a bra for her back. And you had the line of the day. You're like, from the back, she looks like she's.
From the front, she looked like she was 26, and
Yeah.
from the back, she looked like she was 52.
They just seemed to pull everything around back on her, I guess.
Yeah.
To tighten up the front.
Yeah, she had a body lift.
Yeah, just all around. Leave all the crap in the back, sir.
Right, just leave it
Do
all
the
there.
front first. We'll deal with the
Right.
back later.
I
All right,
can't
so
afford the back.
getting to the guy that pissed his pants for the My Fight, we got video that's going to go up later today or sometime over the weekend. Steve's got a lot to do, obviously. He's going to be working all weekend. So the guy takes a leak, then he passes out, then he takes his underwear off. What happened?
Apparently, part of his cleaning up process was removing his urine-soaked underwear.
Yeah, one of the first. Yeah, the first thing he did was he got ushered into that little back room and he got rid of his underpants, and I didn't know that he kept them. I thought he threw them away.
Yeah,
but he held on to them, and they hit me in the back of the head as I'm walking up the stairs to do something.
God. Is that why your hair's golden today?
Yes, that's exactly why the hair is golden.
The guy kept bugging us like, "Oh, where's my MiFi? Where's my MiFi?" Oh, by the way, I also helped him fill out his paperwork, and I found out his maiden name is the C word. He was having a lot of fun with it.
Only our listeners are a bunch of assholes.
Oh, I guess
I want to know how the guy is still breathing after throwing urine-soaked underwear at the back of your head.
I felt him hit my head, and I'm like, what the hell just hit me? And I look in the back, and I see this crumpled up black cloth, and he's looking at me, pointing, going, ha, 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 ha. And I'm just immediately thinking of 14 different ways to snap this asshole's neck.
Yeah.
And all I want to do is kill him. And then immediately I just start thinking of, it's John's place. It's Johnny Hard Rock. He's been so cool to us. I don't want to beat the shit out of a guy in this place. I don't want to do it, but I'm immediately thinking of dragging this guy into the back room and just punching him until he dies. And I'm like,
piss-soaked underwear at your head is a good reason. To
I was just walking up
beat
to
him with the prize.
I should have.
Beat him with a MiFi until it's destroyed.
But I was just flaring at that point. I really wanted to kill him.
Flaring or flaming?
Well, the boots were flaming, so yeah, both.
I'm amazed that you showed restraint, Steve.
I know. I am totally amazed.
Wanted to watch him die horribly.
The fan boards are having a lot of fun with a shot of you staring at Starker Patty's boobs like they're the nicest boobs you've ever seen.
Yeah, you kind of are making. They caught you in a weird.
That's what sucks,
with that
dude.
Camera.
I don't know. I've never seen more flash bulbs.
Flash bulbs
I know.
in the 30s.
I know. I've never.
Don't take pictures of Kong. You'll upset him.
I've never seen more flashes go off at a live appearance in my life. And they just go through hundreds and hundreds of pictures and
I
find
saw a few lighting gunpowder on board to get enough light in the place.
And then they find the ones where you look really ridiculous, and those are the ones they post.
Of course.
But there's one of you're just staring at Stalker Patty naked, and it's almost like you're drooling, like, I need those.
Yeah, you
of
look
course.
really bad in it.
Of course. 24 shots in a second, they find the one where my eyes drift over, and I'm not looking disgusted. Fine, whatever. Have fun.
All right.
It's getting a little defensive.
Yeah, isn't he?
I think there's something there.
I think there's some anger in there from getting hit in the back of the head with urine-soaked underwear and not being able to do anything.
Find me a person who's not going to get immediately furious after getting blasted with piss-soaked underwear.
Jim Norton.
Wow. Oh.
Jimmy,
okay,
that's true.
That's true.
He'd have turned
He
around.
would have had that dreamy look in his eyes that you had.
Laid on his back and wrung it out in his face.
Hey, your crew is getting clips today for us?
Yes.
All right. We're starting with Pat from Manaki. The star. Well, I was going to say the star, but there's
one of the stars, Opie. It was star-studded.
The board getting yelled at, the guy pissing his pants, the Pat from Manaki stuff, great. Stalker Patty was but fun to watch, right?
Yeah. So
we got audio of Pat from Manaki at the live broadcast yesterday. It's the famous makeout session.
This was the chick wanted a MiFi, so she decided she was going to make out with Pat from Manaki.
She had a nice set. Anyone else notice that?
Yeah, she did.
And as
she went all out too.
Yeah, and as she's
really
talking
did.
about what's going to happen, and we're kind of interviewing her, I just watched her just nips get harder and harder and harder.
You think she was getting a little turned on with the whole thing?
Something was going on
from Pat.
Maybe the excitement of doing something in front of everyone, but something was definitely going on. I'm like, whoa, what's up there?
You gotta admit that dude Pat, he was a clean fat guy.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Showered, bathed.
He's an all right guy.
Yeah. It wasn't like
he enjoyed
dirty fat guy.
Dirty fat guy is really bad.
Dirty fat guy would have been real bad.
There's usually an odor coming off a dirty fat guy.
He enjoyed his moment, and it was only supposed to be 30 seconds, and the girl was too drunk to know that we were just like, okay. 10 seconds to go.
That went on for like 2 minutes.
It was already well over a minute, and she had no idea.
But why then was Pat? Pat was such an idiot. He's kissing her, making out with her. Obviously, we're over the 30-second mark that the girl agreed to. She's still going at it. Pat stops kissing her, turns to us, and he's like, what about the time?
Right.
Like, Pat, don't worry about it.
This is the only action you're going to get in the whole decade. Enjoy it.
3 times he stopped kissing her, turned around, and was like, why are we still going?
Yeah. Well, he did cop a feel at the end of it, though.
Oh, grabbed a tit, grabbed a big handful of ass.
Yep.
And then he started pushing himself. He's like thrusting his pelvis against her. It's really disturbing to watch.
And that video will be up on the websites as well.
Yeah, about minute 4, he realized the opportunity. Like, hey, wait a second.
Yeah,
I could grab Booby here.
I'm just going to start feeling her up.
All right, let's go to the audio here and check it out.
Let's hear a little.
If you want me to stop it, just raise your hand.
All right. Right when your lips touch. Here we go.
Stick your tongue in her mouth, Pat. Stick your tongue in her mouth.
Wow. Cheering it on.
That's 1 second.
All right.
2 seconds.
Here you go, Pat. Work the hands.
3.
Work the hands, Pat.
Wait. The audience. See, we love when the audience just they do it themselves. They just start all their own chants. I've always loved that about our fans.
But here's the girl, wanting to win a MiFi, actually throwing Pat a bone here. He hasn't made out with a girl in 10 years, he said. 10 years. And he's finally getting a little. And the crowd, to help out, starts chanting, whore, whore, whore.
I thought that was the soundtrack to The Accused. Listen to the crowd. It sounds the exact same thing.
Up to the boob.
He's going to fuck her right there.
Oh, yeah, nice. Pat. Nice.
We are halfway there.
We're halfway there, almost.
Now we're halfway there, Anthony.
Keep going. You get a DVD player, too.
Wow, Pat. Unbelievable.
Almost there. Almost there.
Oh, wow, Pat. She's a
Pat's
pulling her into him.
They actually just stopped. I think it's a restart, don't they?
Oh, what's the matter, Pat?
Come on, Pat. Fucking keep kissing her.
Why? You want us to yell time?
What's wrong with you goody two-shoes?
16 seconds.
16 seconds. Blowjob, they're chanting. No, don't put your hand on top of her head, Pat.
All right.
What do you care what time it is,
What's the
Pat?
matter with you?
Pat went right back in
Pat,
for more.
we're helping you out, Pat.
Yeah, Jesus, you're cock blocking yourself.
Oh, he's grabbing.
He's grabbing boob.
grabbing
Nice.
Go ahead.
All right, there you go.
21
30
seconds.
Wow. Wow.
29 seconds.
All right, get the mic back here.
There's a minute and a half.
What do you think of Pat's technique, his kissing?
Excuse me?
What do you think of Pat's technique? How was it?
It was wonderful. He was a great kisser. Good job,
Wow.
Pat.
Pat, how did that feel?
Great.
Pat, lift your front of your pants up and show the crowd. Are you sporting?
No, he's diabetic. That blood flow is awful.
Jesus. Oh, that's why my mom is really proud of my radio career.
I know.
That we can cheer on something like that.
I don't even call my mom anymore. I don't want to know. I just don't want to know.
My mother was so excited when we finally got jobs again.
Yeah.
And we got here on XM Satellite Radio. I hooked up the whole family with satellite radios, and they listen. And now when I go over there, they barely discuss my radio career or the show or anything. She says things like, yeah, I was listening when I got in the car, in between the time that I put it in reverse to back out of the driveway and hit drive. I was listening. Oh, and that whole time I was listening. And she, I heard you say good morning, and then I had to change it because you guys get started. And now it's just an embarrassment to her. I might as well just be like somebody arrested for child molestation or a crack
She's
dealer.
probably telling her friends that. She's making up careers.
Yeah. Oh, that's what he does now. No, radio. He got out of that a while ago. No, now he's he's working with computers or something now.
Molesting children.
Molesting children. Yeah,
anything but doing that.
Anything but this. She can't listen to stuff like this.
And I knew.
Oh, they're grabbing. He's grabbing her boob.
Right.
What the fuck? Are we junior high?
And that's how we try to keep it clean, by the way. Instead of saying, he's grabbing her tit.
Yeah, of course.
We think if we say boob, we're still,
Oh, we're classing the show up.
Yeah, we still have a lot of class.
Oh, we're despicable.
We have a live studio audience today, by the way.
Oh, that's good. Now they roll the releases in various forms. I see Poe's doing it now.
I forgot where this couple's from. They're from Omaha or something, right? Omaha. And they kind of flew in for the live broadcast, sort of. They had other things to do in New York, but they decided, we'll go this time so we can see the boys live. So
yeah, they came up to the table. We were signing pictures and stuff after the show yesterday. Came up, said they were from Omaha, and Opie, looking right down at the girls' cleavage, invited them to come in today.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the fact is, if you were a fat pig, you wouldn't be sitting there. I mean, that's the reality. So that's a good sign. Because other people said they'd like to come down today, and we're like, well...
No. Stay away.
So
yeah, cleavage usually helps.
Yeah, that's what it was. Opie just didn't even look at her face, just looking right at the chair. Come on down tomorrow.
Pat from Manaki. What's up, Pat?
Hey, guys.
Hey, guys. Listen,
just to let you know, I'm about 100 feet from Teterboro Airport, and the signal's fine.
Of course it is.
All right, good. He's doing a cell phone check for us.
Thank you for that, Pat. So, Pat,
no problem.
Did you go home and rub one out after all that action you got in front of everyone?
Well, I don't have a great memory, so I'll wait for them to post some pictures on Whackbag.
He's got to look at pictures of himself in order to get off.
How
Very
do you
good.
Photoshop myself out.
I didn't hear that.
He said he's going to Photoshop himself out.
Oh, there you go. Now, Pat, that was the first time in like 10. You said 10 years?
At least.
At least 10 years. Now, be realistic. How long was it before this that you had a girl in any way, shape, or form?
Oh, boy. Well, I had an official girlfriend when I was 13.
13, you had an official girlfriend. And then after that?
I had a pro when I was 17.
All right, he went to a hooker at 17.
So you started off good. What happened?
Yeah. And then it kind of went downhill after that. Maybe a couple at a bachelor party in my 20s.
A bachelor party type thing in your 20s. And how old are you?
41.
Well, so you're talking probably closer to 15 years.
Yeah, I'm pretty much a eunuch at this point.
When was the last time you stuck your tongue down a girl's throat? You should know.
Probably somewhere in my 30s.
Yeah, you
in a
said
bar. I used to work at a bar.
Yeah.
As a bouncer and a VJ and all that stuff.
Oh, so you probably got some drunk down there and kind of made out with her.
You say a VJ?
Yeah, did you say a VJ?
VJ.
Or a DJ?
No, VJ, we had like a video. We played videos.
Oh, okay.
Bar in Clifton called Connections.
All right. Well, you have fun yesterday?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was exactly a year ago that I went into the hospital to have my toe lopped off.
Well, exactly a year ago. There you go.
Yeah, I
Good
went in
one-year
on St.
anniversary.
Pat's Day.
Very good 1-year anniversary thing to do then. Have a girl lick where the toe used to be.
Yeah, what did they do with the toe?
I think they told me that they examine it. They do it like an autopsy on the toe.
It's a nice way of saying throwing it out.
Yeah, right.
Put it in the garbage.
Down the garbage disposal.
Play a little Nerf hoop with it.
Yeah.
Was it? It was really in bad shape though before they cut it off, right?
Oh yeah. Well, actually, they cut it off 2 weeks later because they're trying to get my sugar down to save the toe, but no, my sugar was 465.
Hey Pat, how come in the disgusting picture of your foot in the hospital, it looks like your foot was split all the way up to the toe?
Because there's like a couple bones in your toe. They took out the one just below the toe. It's sort of like a tooth root.
They had to take the bone out to get the toe off. Yeah.
Tarsal.
Oh yes, tarsal. Very good.
They took out the root of his toe.
Oh, the toe root, so a new one wouldn't grow back.
Yeah, I guess so.
He's like a lizard.
My wisdom toe.
His wisdom toe. And then what happened? I don't know much about what happens in these situations. What happened to your toe, and when did you look at it and say, "Uh-oh, they're going to have to cut this off"? Like you obviously OD'd on some sugar, and then what happened to your toe?
Well, it was like what I told you, that I was trimming the nail with a butter knife because I don't own a nail clipper. I just did that. It got a little red. It's gotten a little red before, but then it always heals up. But with the diabetes, you don't heal from stuff.
Oh.
And it just got a little red, and it didn't get better in like a week. So St. Pat's Day, I walked into the.
So then you moved up to a steak knife.
They decided to hack it off.
No.
Ooh.
That's wonderful. All right. Pat, hold on the line for a second, okay?
Sure.
Because we now want to play the audio of Pat getting that toe job, Anthony.
Yeah, okay.
So now he pulls out his four-toed foot.
His Fred Flintstone foot, as they were calling it.
That was really funny, whoever came up with that.
He sat down. The girl kind of lifted his foot up.
Yeah.
Face level. The crowd had a good view.
Yeah.
And
no hesitation on her part.
None whatsoever. She didn't even make like a grimace-type face where she was like, "Oh, I can't believe I got to do this." She dove in with gusto.
She had no problem. Well, she had a few in her, too, you know. And she got a MiFi. Ooh, wow. People love getting their MiFis, Anthony.
They certainly do.
She really was unflappable. Like when people would chant and stuff, they go, "Whore, whore." She's like,
I don't care.
No, I'm not a whore.
I know I'm not, so whatever.
I'm doing it for the radio.
Just doing it for the radio. Yeah, she was fine with it.
Definitely fine with it, and
she wasn't one of those people where it was like the clock is running and is it time yet? Like she would just keep going until we said, "All right, you're done."
All right, well, check this out. The video is going to be up on the websites later on this weekend.
Whenever you're ready.
Let her rip.
Let her rip.
Start the timer.
Go
Start
ahead.
the timer.
Oh, the timer. Yeah, of course.
Right when you touch.
Go.
Oh my God! Oh God! Oh my God!
She's working over Manaki's foot.
The horror!
The
horror!
She's sticking each toe in her mouth all the way down.
Oh my God!
She's deep throating his toes, Anthony.
Oh my
She's working over the area. Let's see.
This woman can never.
She's getting hoof and mouth disease.
Oh my God! Now she's
God!
Now she's pretending the big toe is a penis.
Yeah, she's kind of doing a BJ move.
I'm gonna blow a load of toe jam in her face.
All right, now she's working over the area that used to have a toe, Anthony.
Right. She's
Hey, lick
right
underneath.
in there.
Lick underneath the nail a little. Lick underneath the nail.
God, shut up, Jimmy.
They're horrified, Anthony. They're horrified.
They're horrified.
Deep throat that big toe.
Look at Jimmy's getting hard over here.
Yeah, nice.
Why are you getting turned on by this?
I'd like to have my toes licked.
How's that feeling, Pat?
We're only halfway.
I got another toe here.
Get that stump. Get that stump again. Lick his wound.
Yeah, lick where there used to be a toe.
Lick that diabetic.
Yeah, he's got the amputated one in his pocket.
I'd be happy to lick your wound later.
You know what?
That open hatchet wound.
All right.
Did you used to host shows in upstate New York? That's the reason I recognize those jokes.
All right,
Ready for your next act?
I think she won herself a MiFi, Anthony. Let's hear it.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a standing ovation right there.
Wow. She had really good...
You're happy now? You're a whore.
She had real good technique on the big toe, Aunt.
Nice. Oh, wow.
How did that feel?
How was the technique? Was that okay?
Your technique looked fine.
Thank you. Okay.
She wants critique. That's how
Yeah.
much of a sport she
How
is.
is my technique?
Should I do it again?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure how the technique was because I've never seen any other women licking where a toe used to be on the foot.
Exactly.
I mean, how is my technique?
You didn't throw up. I think your technique was great.
Oh, man.
I just love how he delivers his jokes with just complete lack of confidence.
Oh, I know. Complete. He is the worst. And then he tells him,
I got a couple more jokes.
Yeah, can I lick your wound? Well,
Hold on one second. We're going to get an answer to a question today.
No one's ever really enjoyed my comments in life.
Shane from North Carolina. Shane?
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey, what's up, man? I was just calling to let you know, first of all, I love you guys. Been listening since you first come on
All right. Anthony, more highlights from yesterday's live broadcast. I got the Sex It's girl.
The crowd was just brutal.
Sexits, SEXITS.com, I guess.
That had to be at least 15 minutes her trying to tell that story.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The funniest part about it was when she would turn around, and because the crowd was so bad, she'd turn and look at us like, could you shut these people up? Like we have a shot at shutting those animals up. Like we could do anything to keep them from yelling at her.
Animals.
Before I go to this clip, someone's on the line here. Chris. I think he's the guy that pissed himself. Hey, Chris, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
How are you?
All right.
Wow, you don't even sound like the same guy.
How's your girlfriend, man?
I'm just, I don't know. I'm just looking for my ID. I think someone took it yesterday. Like
Yeah,
when
you
they
couldn't
took all my
possibly have
paperwork.
lost it in your drunken stupor, right? Somebody took it.
Absolutely, someone maliciously stole it from me.
Stole your ID.
How you feeling today?
I'm a little sticky.
Did you shower?
Oh no. I just woke up. I get a shower in a few minutes.
He
but I
slept
realized I
in
didn't
his
have my
own
ID.
urine.
Did you go home with your girlfriend?
Yeah, she's downstairs.
She was pretty pissed at you.
Oh yeah, she was furious.
Yeah, she did not like you at all.
No.
And while you were passed out, everyone was trying to pick her up, by the way.
Yep.
I mean, everybody. You got a good-looking girlfriend, a blonde there, and you're passed out on the table, so everyone's like, ah!
That's a great situation to be in. Piss off your girlfriend really bad, pass out drunk in a bar full of drunken animals with a girlfriend who's also drinking. That just has my girlfriend's getting fucked by someone else written all over it.
Exactly.
Well, the best thing is we're going to Mexico tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's just what a great thing to do right before we leave together for a week.
Yeah, well, you'll patch it up while you're in Mexico.
I'm sure.
Yeah, hopefully.
You got any room on your trip? Because I need a place to go on vacation.
Yeah, come along. You
Well.
could probably take her.
Yeah, he has sex with his girlfriend.
And then you threw your, urine-stained, wet underwear at Steve. Are you nuts?
I was really drunk.
You think?
Really?
You think? Wait till you see the video later this weekend.
Oh, my God.
The guy actually started drinking at about 5:30.
Yeah, on the train on the way
About
there.
5:30 on the train. He was drinking Rumplemints all day. Well, all morning. And then you just... did you think you would be able to pace yourself? Are you insane? Drinking Rumplemints at 5:30, you thought, I could last. I could last a while.
Has any regret seeped in yet?
Well, the fact that I missed half the show.
Yeah, that's true. I would regret
But I did
that.
get a MiFi.
Yes, you
which
did.
was my goal.
Yes, you did.
Henchman from Brooklyn came up with a name for you, and I think it's a fine name. You are now known as Chris Piss.
Nice.
What a
Good to
stroke
change
of
my
luck.
name on
His name
Wednesday.
rhymes with piss.
But that's great. Every live appearance we do, we could bring you up on stage and go, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Piss.
Chris
And
Piss.
They're going to lose their minds.
And you can wet yourself.
They're going to have all little discussions about you, like, that's the guy they
I remember
talked about
him.
to Pete his pants for a MiFi.
I'm a legend.
You are a legend.
You're a legend.
Nice.
All right, Chris.
All right, bro. Punching out.
All right, bye.
Enjoy.
Drew Boogie, someone wants to know if you have a website.
No, I do not. I have nothing.
You really need a website.
A website.
Throw some of this stuff on there, little advertising.
Bye.
There she goes. All right, we're on the phone with Jimmy Norton.
Yes.
How was your flight, Jimmy?
Jimmy, I got to ask you, I looked at the weather yesterday, and it was right after the show. You had to leave right away to get to the airport. I looked at the map, and all I saw in Florida was horrific thunderstorms, and all I could think of was poor little Jimmy. How did it go?
It was, well, the flight was late because our plane came in from England, so we were probably an hour delayed.
Lucky for you.
It was definitely turbulent. What's that?
Lucky for you.
Well, it was very turbulent. I mean, I actually had to recline all the way in my sleeper seat to try to enjoy the flight.
Oh, what a bitch.
Yeah, it was very, there was no food served on the plane, so the flight kind of blew. Very small crowd because the date was supposed to be tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday, but I didn't want to miss today and Monday with you guys, so I switched it to last night. So a lot of people didn't even know I was there.
So it's our fault that
No, not at all. Please, it was
So
fine.
you're blaming us and the show.
No, it was the lack. That's what I'm telling
crowd.
myself to keep from putting a bullet in my head. Realize I only bring 50 people in.
It'll be better tonight. It's Friday.
I hope so. I really can't hear you guys. This is very frustrating.
Well, we're just kind of recapping yesterday's program. I mean, it was just an unbelievable time.
What happened after I left? I mean, I'm sure that there was more hanging. Any chicks flashing?
No.
No, everyone was very uptight about the boobies being shown in a bar with liquor being served. I don't know what's going on.
And we discussed how uptight you were, and how you were the voice of reason yesterday.
Dude, look, all I know is this: I've seen this thing go down the toilet before. I've seen what happens after it. I don't want it to happen again.
That's true. I agree with Jimmy. And when it came down to the knife, the guy that wanted to swallow the knife, I agreed with Jimmy. There was no way that should have happened, and it didn't.
But we needed to explore that a little bit more.
No, we didn't.
Sure.
No, we didn't.
No, we
I wanted
didn't.
the guy to kind of like just tease it a little bit, just to see how it might have looked.
Didn't even want to tease because he'd have dropped that thing right down his throat. And today we'd have been talking to Bob about how after the criminal trial is over, if we're acquitted, we might be able to get a job somewhere. It absolutely would have been happening today.
What about the guy drinking the urine, Jimmy?
The only way that would have worked is if somebody went in the other room and whizzed and nobody actually saw it come out of the body into a cup. Then it could have been quote-unquote apple juice, but you never could have pulled that off with a guy just pissing into a cup. And believe me, there's nothing I wanted to see more than that fat man swallow that knife and just drop dead on the stage.
Well, that would have been fun.
Nothing would have made me happier.
Now, Jimmy, I noticed Ben was freaking out at the guy that wanted to just urinate in his pants for the MiFi. And I was all for that. That was one thing I wanted to see go down. Opie did, too. I really didn't get a feel about how you felt about that.
When Ben was panicking, I started panicking. I'd become Kenny conservative with anything
You are
that involves
Nelly
the
nervous.
It's probably too much, but it just seems like every time that we've had problems, it's been with something like that because our judgment tends to be go with the moment. And
I
who gives a
understand,
shit.
but you know something? I run everything through my head before it happens. The knife thing, I saw the horrors of that. Playing out in front of me. The peeing in the pants, I saw nothing that could have happened in that situation that could have hurt the show, so I figured let it rip. And then I saw old shaky Jim sitting there, stop it!
I really was.
Get him off the stage! Ben is freaking out! Steve, and the owner, and the Hard Rock, and you all of a sudden were just like losing your mind.
Dude, look. First of all, I saw old Jack Torrance's hair was out of his mind. I started to get really nervous. And I just, look, anything that's going to screw the show up, I just want us to do the show in a fucking cocoon where nobody comes in and we just talk and it's fun and we have friends in and nobody gets naked so we don't get kicked off the air again. I'm paranoid.
There's a gray area, though.
Yeah,
you're
right, I know. That's what Ant and I discussed this morning. We're getting a little wimpy because no one was flashing at the event. You're allowed to flash in a bar whether they're serving alcohol or not.
Your old Sid's safe.
Yeah, because
I know. I agree. I've gotten a little bit nervous, but look, no one thought we'd be off the air for 26 months. So if I'm Pete Panic for a little while, you guys got to be fucking, earnest understanding.
We saw that going down though, and I saw no problem with the guy peeing himself.
I'm glad you did it.
I think the heart. You know what that is? Like the guy with the knife could have gotten us in trouble legally. We could have been sued or arrested if something went wrong, and then definitely lost our job. I guess only the Hard Rock had a problem with the guy weeing because I think they were a little confused and thought he was going to piss on the stage or something. We knew exactly what was going to happen, so you let it play out like that.
Well,
Jimmy
they are
was
a
just-
food establishment, and they, if we announced, look, there's going to be a man urinating on the stage in your food establishment. I mean, understandably,
Yeah,
they're
but we
a
knew
little
his
taken back.
pants were going to soak it up. You got pissed like a thoroughbred in order for it to come out of the cuff of your pants, you know?
Yeah.
There's a lot of material to soak that up.
And then you got the sock that'll soak that up a bit, you know.
You got to soak all that up.
I had enough confidence to know that no urine was going to hit the stage.
Right.
Were the sexist people annoyed, or were they fine?
We were going to play the audio of her on stage because we're playing some of the classic moments from yesterday's show. We started this break talking about that. We'll get to it after the break. But I guess they signed up for more advertising.
Well, they got a long commercial yesterday. We talked about it for a while.
They loved the show, and they get it. So they went right to Will, who's our sales guy now. Will from WYSP.
Oh, yeah.
He quit a great job at WYSP because he believes in the Opie and Anthony show so much.
Right.
And, supposedly the gang from Sex Hits went right up to him and said, where do I sign up for more?
You know, if they would have just gotten a 60-second live read from us that went nowhere and just, we did it at that event, it wouldn't have really had an impact. But with the crowd just yelling at that broad up on the stage and not letting the guy get a word in edgewise and them turning around all nervously looking at us, it was great. It was great for them.
Well, the thing is, even though it probably didn't go the way they had scripted it out, these rapists in the audience, just a bunch of fat guys with beer and little half hard-ons, are the type of guys that are going to go onto this website and jerk off for hours.
Exactly, it's their audience. They
These are
want
the type of creeps
they
you're
want
looking
those
for.
people. Bunch of racists.
But
it really was a racist show yesterday.
oh my God, they were just awful.
They were animals yesterday.
I was dying.
The best. Oh yeah,
horrible.
The best part though was when we auctioned off Earl. That audio's coming up after the break too.
Oh,
but see,
poor
that was
Earl.
funny and clever. I mean,
That was funny.
some of
That
these
other
guys
stuff
just
was
going over the top with the N-word,
way
over
over the
again.
top.
Where it didn't even make sense. It wasn't even like the joke was dependent on it. It was just for the sake
No,
of being
it was just
vicious.
for the
Like,
sake
guys,
of
you don't
being
just say it to say
vicious.
it. There's a joke there, fine, but just to be a dick, you don't need to use it.
And then looking up at us, trying to get that approval.
Yeah.
It's like, oh God damn, dude.
Well, then again, as far as shock value is concerned, I mean, this show has set a really bad precedent. It's not like they've learned that shock value works very well here.
They sure have.
Go for the balloon knot. I mean, no one forgets that audio.
We're gonna do more of these live broadcasts, Jimmy. Ant and I were talking before the show. When did we agree to do a live show in front of our fans? We haven't done one of those in probably 4 or 5 years.
Because they had been disasters in the past.
We gave up on that. We either did road shows or, live broadcasts from things that didn't really involve the fans that much. But this one was an all-out, performing right in front of the fans yesterday.
I didn't realize it would be that either. And I think it was, considering that Joe had his gig and Steven couldn't get out of his gig, it was great that Billy came by and Bob came by. That really helped out, man, because that could have been like a nightmare. It turned out to be a great, great gig.
And everyone said the show sounded really, really good, so we're going to continue doing these live broadcasts. What the hell?
Oh, yeah, we got to hit Boston, Cleveland, let's hit some other places.
Well,
we can't leave well enough alone. We have to do it until we screw up and go, we're never doing these again. This sucks.
Until somebody miscarries on the dance floor, then we'll kind of just let's go on to something else.
The next one's going to be April 11th. We need the listeners to spread the virus on this and help us out because we're not going to be able to promote it too well because we're going on vacation. But April 11th, we're going to do the show from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. East Coast time. We're changing the time. All right. You want to play the audio from the Sex Hits?
Let's hear this girl just get pummeled by our animal audience.
I guess we already set it up earlier. It's a new sponsor, and they brought a whore by, basically, and she was trying to get a word in.
Whore. She was the...
She's an actress.
What was she called? The Canal Street Madam. The Canal Street Madam. And people were sending me links to all kinds of, crime sites, and apparently she was involved in some criminal activity and maybe mob activity.
You mean we could have got a really good interview out of her?
We probably could have if our listeners would have shut up.
Well, maybe we could bring her in the studio.
No.
And see what she's all about.
You want to know who killed Kennedy?
Yeah.
No!
Did she say that? Did she say the Kennedy thing?
You want the cure for AIDS? No!
All right, hold on, Anthony. I got to go back to the phone.
Aliens at Roswell? No! She's got all the answers.
John in Philly?
Old back fat.
Hey, guys.
Hey, John.
Real hard to hear you, but I hope I want to back you up, man. Every girl I've ever been involved with, the left boob was bigger.
It's always the left?
Yeah, it's always the left for some reason. All right, well, here's the audio.
Conclusions, not even hypotheses. This is our conclusion.
Here's the
based
audio.
on one phone call.
Here's the audio of the madam.
All right.
From yesterday. We really got to kind of move the show along because we still got the guy from the New York Post that's coming in here to talk a little baseball with us today.
Very good.
I am the Canal Street
She's a madam. Very nice.
Wow, madam.
You're a madam?
I like that.
Hello. Now, can I have your attention, please?
No, they yelled
Now
no.
that I've got your attention.
They answered.
Now that I've got your
Can I have your
attention, my
attention?
name
No.
is Jeanette Meyer.
She needs a
Please
bra
let me
for her
talk.
back.
This is very important.
This is really
My
important.
name is Jeanette Meyer. I've been on.
Love handles on her shoulder blade.
All right, you guys. You guys. All right, go ahead.
Quality fucking time,
If you shut up, I will.
Quality fucking
Shut up.
sweetheart.
How about a little respect for the lady, everybody?
Quality fucking time, sweetheart.
How about a little respect for the lady, everybody?
Quality fucking time, sweetheart.
If everybody hushes and let me tell my story.
Choke yourself.
All right.
Sergeant Hartman showed up.
All right, please let me speak,
Shut
please. I have
up.
so much respect for New York and the people here.
All right, sexits.com. What do you want to say, Jeanette? You're right.
They're starting a
Quality
challenge.
fucking time, sweetheart.
She's
All right,
got
let's-
a point she's trying to make
Okay.
there, people.
Yeah.
I was a part of the international sex circuit that was busted in 2001 during 9/11.
Huh?
Wait a minute.
What?
What?
If you don't go down there and buy some pussy, then the terrorists win.
Y'all want to hear sex stories or not? Do y'all want to hear about? Do y'all want to hear about politicians getting their dicks sucked?
How do you lose with
Do you want to know where your taxpayer money's going?
Do you guys want to see tits?
Show us the clam. Oh my God! All right, let's hear it for our new sponsor.
Jimmy, show your tits. so I can talk.
Sexits.com. Wowee. Jesus, did she get hammered?
Our listeners, they just rock. They really do.
You are such an instigator. That was funny. Hey, she's trying to talk.
Yeah, everyone calm down.
Come on.
He's got a point to
Give
make.
her a break, guys. Come
The
on.
lady's got a point to make. You're lying about the love handles on the shoulder blades, too. Very good.
Classic.
Oh.
That's why you got to start listening to the replays, because you pick up on a lot of little things.
Oh, I missed all that.
Little things. All right, now we're trying to move forward here. We got the audio of Earl.
Earl.
Black Earl.
Yes.
One of maybe 4 guys of color that were at the event yesterday.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Wow.
And at times,
Sure, some of our listeners made them feel very welcome, too.
At times there were over 500 people at the Hard Rock Cafe.
Yeah.
So we brought Earl on stage.
Everyone that has been coming up has been going to the middle of the stage so they can get photos. So
Photo.
all right, we're moving Earl to the front of the stage here, so you guys can get your pictures of
photo op
of Black Earl. Earl, come on. Earl knows this.
Don't yell.
Set up. Earl, come on.
Earl, photo op.
Photo op, Earl. Look.
Photo op.
They
Earl
got
was
their
on to
cameras
us,
in
by
the
the way.
air. Let's go. We're
Didn't help
moving
that I
Earl to
gave
the
it
front of the
away,
stage.
too.
Photo op. Didn't. Photo op.
Wait, over
There you
here.
go,
No, Earl, over here.
The crowd is bidding on him. Are you listening to that?
Earl, over here. Earl, over here in the middle.
Dummy.
Just go in the middle.
I'm not going in the middle.
Huh?
Why am I afraid?
Just come here. We need pictures.
Earl. This will take some time.
This
folks.
is like
Get it
the
done.
outtakes
Kenny,
from
you
Mississippi
move
Burning.
over.
Come on, Earl.
Jesus.
I
Thank
know
you, Kenny.
better.
No, you don't. All right, we got Earl in the middle of the stage.
And $25, 25. Do I hear 30? Do I hear 30? And they're actually bidding in the crowd.
You're awful, you know that? You're an awful human being.
Oh, that is really awful.
A long way to go.
Funny as hell, but awful.
A long way to go for the joke.
Jesus
but it worked.
Christ, I know. How long did that take?
Considering I gave it away. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
That's all
How
right.
are you to know?
Look at that.
How are you to know we were going to be that
Awful.
awful?
Thank you, Earl. Thank you.
We're just laughing at Eric Idle on TV. He's on the Today Show, and they're showing him. He has a spot of hair the size of an aspirin tablet on his head that he is making bangs with.
Right.
That he has now combed forward. It is a little dot of hair on his head.
It's on the base of his skull.
Yeah, he's got like He's got like the hair around the back of his head.
He's trying to pull it off that he still could grow long hair, but he's
like Phil Collins has more of that strip of hair on the front of his head.
That never left.
Yeah, that never left. Phil Collins went bald, and then it just stopped happening to him.
Yeah.
He was left off with the same amount of baldness he had in like '83.
Oh my
And
God!
then Eric Idle has this little spot, and it fans out into bangs and trying to cover like the side of his head
like
with
Kathy Griffin, that thing
Yeah.
that she does in the.
Kathy Griffin does the same thing.
That's pretty funny.
Wow,
that is really funny.
Why?
Hey, by the way, a lot of pictures are starting to show up on opieandanthony.com and foundrymusic.com from yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, look, we got a picture right here. I'm looking at that chick that made out with Pat from Manaki getting her ass grabbed by Pat's pudgy little hand.
Yeah.
And then there's her sucking on Pat's foot. Wow, these are some
horrific
pictures. A lot of pictures. Oh, they're up on Foundry?
Oh my God.
Look at that mouth open wide, just sucking that discolored toe. Ugh.
I did not watch a second of that.
No. I took a glance because it's my job. I had to, damn it. Look at that face. Oh, is that perfect? Boy, she really seems to be enjoying herself.
There's some classic pictures from yesterday. Bob from Vegas, what's up, Bob?
Yeah, they call me to warehouse the useless information, but yeah, if you're predominantly left-handed, your left breast will be bigger, like your left foot, your left hand.